G'day folks, I'm SwiftJar and I hope you're all doing very well.
Hello.
Welcome back to the sixth and final part of the changes and analysis series for Wave 2. Don't fear, there's still plenty more Mario Kart content on the horizon and I'm very open to video suggestions. So far, we have analysed all the changes in Calamari Desert, Waluigi Pinball, Mushroom Gorge, Snowland and Mario Circuit 3. As you can probably tell by the title, today we're going to be looking at the two new city tracks, being Sydney Sprint and New York Minute. This will be following the same agenda as the previous episodes. It will commence with a brief historic overview of the track. It will then dive into the modifications the track has received over the years, and then most importantly the changes it has received for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. If you would like to skip to a certain part of the video, please check the description or the pinned comment below. There is also a giveaway at the end of the video as well, so be sure to stick around to the end or skip to it to be part of it. Let's go ahead and start with New York Minute. New York Minute originated in Mario Kart Tour and has never been remade. As per the name implies, New York Minute is based on New York City. The course is set at night and takes great inspiration from Pauline and Mario Odyssey's New Donk City. As you would expect from New York City, New York Minute has towering skyscrapers which are illuminated by the neon glowing lights of Times Square and has several different landmarks and locations scattered throughout the course. There are currently 4 different variants of New York Minute. Each variant is different to each other and have you traveling through different parts of New York City. Each variant also has a reverse, trick, and reverse trick variant. New York Minute 1 is the original, so let's go ahead and start with that. New York Minute 1 commences in front of Times Square. The route here makes you follow the right path to go toward Broadway, and that leads directly into Central Park. Here drivers get to witness the beauty of Central Park, and then they head back to the city where they pass the Empire State Building and St. Patrick's Cathedral. Racers then head back to the finish line at Times Square. In New York Minute 2, the course once again starts in front of Times Square. This time, however, the road bends in a curve to the left, before travelling through Broadway and ending in a cobblestone path towards Central Park. This time, after exiting Central Park, drivers are presented with a glide ramp and glide toward the Empire State Building. After a bit more racing through the city nights, you're back to the finish line again. New York Minute 3 is another fantastic variant of New York. Racers yet again begin the course in front of Times Square. They then head left through Broadway and end up in Central Park. This time, however, players pass through the Rockefeller Center and enter 30 Rockefeller Plaza. Racers follow an underground tunnel where they can see the Statue of Liberty in the distance. Racers then exit the tunnel and head back to the finish line. And finally, we have New York Minute 4. This version of the track visits every landmark and location found in the other 3 versions of New York Minute. This time the course is divided by 2 sections rather than 2 separate laps. The first section sends you right at Times Square like New York Minute 1. Instead this time you go through the Rockefeller Center and the tunnel. The second section has you going left, much like New York Minute 2 and 3. For me personally, this is the best variant of New York Minute. New York Minute is now confirmed to be coming to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and is the first course of the Turnip Cup. It has been given a major graphical update, and much like Paris Promenade and Tokyo Blur from Wave 1, New York Minute will be a fusion of all the New York Minute variants. We know this from the footage we have seen so far. At the starting line we can see both paths open, which correlates to all the New York variants. We also get to see drivers go through the Rockefeller entrance, through Broadway, and of course Central Park. If you want to see how the route could potentially play out, I suggest you check out Mankalor's video, as I'm not even going to attempt to try and crack the code. There are also several new changes that I noticed. Firstly, the background stationary yellow taxis from Mario Kart Tour have now been upgraded to obstacles and fill the busy streets. There are also now aesthetical changes too. Firstly, the moon is now full, where in Mario Kart Tour it was crescent. The potted plants that were in the streets before now feature red flowers, and the skyscrapers in the background are topped with glowing lights. The entire course now looks so much more lit up. It looks absolutely fantastic. Now moving on to Sydney Sprint. Firstly, as an Australian, it is damn exciting to see one of our country's cities being represented in Mario Kart. Thank you, Nintendo. Sydney Sprint debuted in Mario Kart Tour, and this will be the first time it has ever been remade. It goes without saying that Sydney Sprint is based off of Sydney, Australia, and it has you driving through the Australian cityscape, speeding you through the Opera House, over the harbour, past Luna Park, onto the Harbour Bridge, and across the Cahill Expressway. As of right now, there are currently 2 city variants of Sydney Sprint, this being Sydney Sprint 1 and Sydney Sprint 2. Both tracks have variants being reverse, trick, and reverse trick. Sydney Sprint 1 starts at Port Jackson. Drivers then follow a path into the left side of the Sydney Opera House, where you glide across a cheering crowd over the water. Once landed, drivers go under the highway and drive past Luna Park's fairgrounds. The fun doesn't stop there, as drivers now approach and cross the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Here on the bridge we have a Tangara. Here you can find thug shy guys in eshades throwing bananas, bob-ombs and mushrooms. Players will then continue racing across the highway until arriving back at Port Jackson. Sydney Sprint 2 also starts at Port Jackson. This time, however, we are travelling in the opposite direction. After starting the race, drivers go up the highway until they reach the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and then take a right-hand turn and travel through the Marybooth Lookout Reserve. This is a park overlooking the Sydney Harbour Bridge. After exiting the park, drivers then glide over to the outside of the Sydney Opera House. Then after a couple seconds, you're back at Port Jackson. Sydney Sprint is now confirmed to be coming to Mario Kart Deluxe, and it is the first course of the Propeller Cup. It has been given a slight graphical update, however it's not as polished as the other tracks in its wave. I'm looking at you, grass textures. Much like Paris Promenade and Tokyo Blur from Wave 1, Sydney Sprint will be a fusion of all the Tour variants. It even has some of the Tour area's trick ramps, which we can see under the Sydney Harbour Bridge. There also appears to be a new shortcut going through 5 standing stones, in this newly added area which seems to be the Bangaroo Reserve. I'm expecting to see a new variant of Sydney in this track, which we haven't seen in Mario Kart Tour yet. And that's all I could spot in both New York Minute and Sydney Sprint. I am beyond excited to try out both new city tracks. They were both sensational in Mario Kart Tour, and I can't wait for everyone to experience them as part of Wave 2. Let me know down in the comments what you think of New York Minute and Sydney Sprint coming to Wave 2. Also be sure to let me know if I missed anything. I will have a Wave 2 track tier list ranking as a sequel to my Wave 1 track tier list ranking coming sometime this weekend. I also plan on streaming Wave 2 with you all here on YouTube tomorrow. I will, however, confirm all of that over on my community tab tomorrow. If you enjoyed the video, it would be much appreciated if you could leave a like and subscribe.
Thank you!
It really helps out the channel a lot, and it lets me know that you're enjoying this series. We also hit 4,000 subscribers overnight. Genuinely, thank you so much. I am extremely grateful for all of your support. Both those giveaways will go live this Sunday over on my YouTube community tab, and there will definitely be more in the future. Like last time, for you to be part of the giveaway, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel. You'll also get a bonus entry if you're following on Twitter, Twitch, and are in the Discord. All the links are in the description below. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, take care and goodbye.